What's up, P2G? This is Mr. Gene, college and career coach. Um, Welcome to Kenny In The Kut, another episode. I believe this is episode 4. And this episode isn't going to be the easiest one. I think this is probably the hardest episode that I've had to record up to now. With everything that's going on. First, dealing with the pandemic. I hope everybody is safe and well. And you're comfortable as best as you can be comfortable in these times with your families and your loved ones. Yeah, it's been a very intense week with everything that's been going on with the protests. If you don't, if you've been paying attention, or if you haven't been paying attention, if you don't know the names of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and, the latest victims of police brutality, and it's been a very difficult week for a lot of people, and I completely understand that. And I just want to start off by saying, my hearts and my prayers go out to, all of the victims of police brutality. It's a long list. I would be here all morning if I had to say every single name, because there's new names that are added every single day, whether they go viral or not. And it's a very heavy burden, to carry around as a black person, seeing, people that look like you get murdered by the police for going for a jog, coming home from work, sleeping in your bed, going to the store, do some Skittles in Arizona, standing outside, hanging out with your friends. So I understand the rage, I understand the frustration, I understand the hopelessness that a lot of people are feeling right now, especially our young people. And this is why I'm coming out to tell you right now that it's okay to feel those things. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay to the anger and that you feel. I understand it. I've been there. I've been. I grew up in the stop and frisk era. Just getting profiled for no apparent reason, just for the color, just for the color of my skin, or just for a particular type of clothing that I was wearing. So I know what that is. I grew up in a stop and frisk era. I know what it is to be accused of something that you didn't do. I know what it is to be driving through Queens, and I keeping my eyes on that rear view. Not for just police cars, but for unmarked cars, because those are usually the ones that you really gotta look out for, because they're the ones that'll really come after you. So I understand all of that. I stand with you, as I've always tried to stand with the youth. And I just want to let y'all know that you're loved, you're seen, your feelings are 110% valid, and your life does matter, and all black life matters. There's a lot I can understand that, everybody has something to say about the looting and the rioting. But I do know from history that Dr. King said um, a riot is the language of the unheard. When people feel voiceless and they feel gaslighted and their lived experiences fall on deaf ears and they feel like no one else is listening and they reach their tipping point, they reach their boiling point all over. All over. They reach their tipping point all over, all across the board. That's how they express themselves. We haven't been heard, so this is how you're going to hear us. Historically speaking, America has only responded to two things, and that's been economics and direct action. And that's always been led by the youth. And I want each and every one of you to know that you do have the power to make a difference. Tomorrow is yours. And y'all will be the ones that will dictate where this world is going to be in the next 30, 40 years. And you do what you can with what you have, but the most important thing is don't allow yourself to be reactionary. Because if you allow yourself to be reactionary in the grander scheme of things, you're going to spend your life trying to fight the whole world. And I say that to say, y'all can come together, because a lot of y'all young people have a lot more in common than y'all don't have in common. To plan, plot, strategize, and organize amongst yourselves. Y'all are going to be the vanguard because it's y'all that are out there. And I know a lot of y'all probably are 1 or 2 degrees away in separation from certain people in your community that do a number of things. They're either active in community organizations, they're going to school, pursuing a career that's going to help the cause of Black lives. And even in right now, y'all know people that are out there looting. And I'm not going to be here to condemn anybody, because I understand from American history that the people, when they're fed up, they loot. The Boston Tea Party is a great example of that. Right? That's in American history. That's what's in your history books. Read those history books, because in those history books, you're going to learn the lessons from the past. History repeats itself only because we don't learn from it. And I want y'all young folks to know in this moment that, yeah, you're going to be angry. You're going to be pissed. You're going to be mad. Feel those things. Do not shy away from those. Feel those things. Process those things. Ask them, why do I feel like this? Write your feelings out. I talk about journaling all the time. If y'all know me, y'all know I talked about journaling. And I mentioned it in passing, but I always talk about expressing yourself and finding an outlet to express yourself. Express yourself, because right now there's a vacuum in leadership. There's a vacuum in leadership, and it's up to y'all to hold us older people accountable to make sure that we're leaving this world in better shape for y'all than when we found it. So your responsibility is to make sure that you're holding the people that you're supposed to be looking to for guidance accountable, to make sure that they're standing on the right side of history. That's very important. That's very, very important. It's very important for us to get an understanding of where we have come from. That's why me being a history major is very important to me. because I'm a very big proponent of learning from our mistake, learning from our past. And in this moment, while we're mad, while we're angry, we have to channel that energy. And there's so many different ways to channel that energy. It's more than more than one way to skin a cow. No, the correct phrase is I use there's more than one way to make grits. Okay? Everybody don't make grits the same, but guess what? If you really know how to make grits, then the grits are going to come out good. You find your niche and you rock with that, but do it with integrity, because at the end of the day, your life matters. And at the end of the day, you're loved, you're cared for. Find a way to be kind to yourself right now, because this is a lot. Watching people that look like you get gunned down on the street is a lot. Not only for the young people, but for us elders as well. I come here, I come in front of y'all with a heavy heart, and I'm speaking from the heart. So for me, it just, I was trying to figure out what I was going to say to y'all, and I would be fronting if I was going to act like everything else was good, because I know, despite all of this, I'm optimistic. I'm highly optimistic because I believe in our youth. I've watched the youth all across the country rise up in peaceful protest. I found them rise up in peaceful protest. I found them defending their lives at their hands of at the hands of police that's been trying to tell them to stand down. And we have to find a way in this moment. We have to find a way in this moment to not repeat the mistakes of the past. And I'm not gonna put that pressure on the young folks, because that's not fair. What I'm gonna tell y'all is put the pressure on the adults in the institutions that you are that you are in. The adults that you look to give you guidance. Hold them accountable. Hold us accountable. It's on us to lead the way. Continue to hold us accountable, because we have a responsibility. Educate yourselves. Or get in the groups with your homies, man. Like, that's another thing y'all gotta do too. I want y'all out there speaking, fighting for your rights, and I want y'all to do it constructively, and I want y'all to do it safely, because I'm tired of I'm tired of burying our people. I'm tired of burying black people. I'm tired of seeing black people getting killed. Get together with your friends. Get together with your family. Have these conversations. Let them know how you feeling. Talk to your family members about it. Talk to your elders. Ask them about it. If you have any elders over the age of 60, if you're still fortunate enough to have your grandparents, talk to them and ask them. If they're comfortable to share it with you, they want to share it with you because they want to pass that history down. And that's important too. Have the conversations with your family. A lot of these conversations are uncomfortable. We have to express it, because once we do that, we'll be able to get into clear action. We'll be able to get into the next plan of action. If you're over the age of 18, register to vote. Voting ain't gonna be an end all be all, but it's gonna be a tactic. It's a strategy. It's one strategy of many. But the most important thing is, at the end of the day, your life matters. Your life matters. And you have every right to scream it out as loud as you can, as loud as you want to. You have the right to go on these streets and shed tears. You have the right to be angry. You have the right. You have all of those rights. You have the right to have human rights. You are loved. You are seen. You are valid. I love you. I love each and every one of you. And as long as I have breath in me, I will fight for each and every one of you. Your life matters. Your life matters. I mean, I don't know what else to say, because this is just this is really hard for all of us, but I'm going to do my best to stay strong for each and every one of y'all, because I love y'all. And Black life matters. All Black lives matters. We don't leave nobody behind. All Black life. I love y'all. Y'all the future. I'm proud of y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. No matter what your circumstances, like wherever you at, that ain't the end of your story. For a lot of y'all, it's the beginning. Y'all all got empty books. Fill it out. Keep writing those pages, man. And keep the faith. And stay strong. Because this world is yours. You're just going to have to fight for it. And that's okay. This is Mr. Gene. Signing out. Y'all need to get in touch with me. Y'all know how to get in touch with me. I'm here to talk. You know. But we're going to make it through. And we're going to be all right.